Amanda always woke up before everyone in the house. She lived with her auntie, her uncle, and their daughter Flora. But Amanda was not treated like family. She was treated like a maid. Every morning, Amanda cleaned the living room, washed the plates, and fetched water before she could even think about eating. She only ate after the whole family had finished their meal. Sometimes there was food left for her. Sometimes their Dora, her cousin, had everything she wanted. New clothes, nice shoes, and plenty of food. She didn't do chores. She spent her time watching TV or playing with friends. Amanda wore Flora's old clothes and stayed busy with housework. It wasn't always like this. When Amanda's parents died in a car accident, she was only 8 years old. At the funeral, her auntie promised to take care of her. For the first few weeks in her auntie's house, things were good. She slept on a soft bed and ate at the table with them. But little by little, things changed. She was moved to a small room at the back of the house. She was given more and more chores, and soon she realized she was no longer treated like a niece. She was the house help at school. Amanda kept to herself. She didn't tell anyone what life was like at home. Flora went to the same school, but pretended not to know her. Flora had many friends, but Amanda had only one, a quiet girl named Kioma, who sometimes sat with her during break. One Saturday morning, the doorbell rang. Amanda was sweeping the porch. She opened the gate and saw a tall man with a neat beard and a wide smile. She knew him from long ago, Uncle Greg, a family relative who lived in another town. Her auntie and uncle welcomed him warmly. Amanda stood to the side, unsure whether to greet him or leave. But to her surprise, Uncle Greg looked at her and said, "Amanda, you've grown." He smiled kindly, and for the first time in a long while, Amanda felt noticed. Throughout his visit, Uncle Greg kept glancing at her. When she served drinks, he thanked her and quietly gave her a sweet. Later, Amanda overheard him telling her auntie and uncle, "She's a good girl. You should take care of her." Her auntie only laughed and said, "She's fine here, uncle." Greg visited again a few weeks later. This time, he spoke to Amanda more. "You do a lot in this house," he said. "You deserve better." One afternoon after school, Amanda was walking home from the market when she heard her name. She turned and saw Uncle Greg standing beside his car. "Amanda," he called, "come here. I need to talk to you." She walked over slowly. He leaned closer and said in a low voice, "Meet me tomorrow afternoon, alone. I have something important to give you." Amanda's heart began to beat fast. She nodded slowly, but inside she was full of questions. That night, she lay in bed thinking about his words. Something important, alone. Tomorrow, she had no idea her life was about to change. The next afternoon. Amanda's heart was beating fast as she walked to the place Uncle Greg told her to meet him. It was a quiet spot near the end of the street, away from the busy market. He was already there, leaning against his car with a smile. "Amanda," he said warmly, "I'm glad you came." She stood a little distance from him, clutching the edge of her dress. "You said you have something to give me." "Yes," he said, looking around to make sure no one was watching. Then he reached into his pocket and pulled out a small plastic bag. Inside was a fine white powder. Amanda frowned. "What's that?" "This," he whispered, "is your way to a better life." Amanda didn't understand. "How?" Uncle Greg bent closer so only she could hear. "I know how your auntie and her family treat you. They make you suffer while they enjoy everything. It's not fair. If you put this in their food, they will all be gone. Then you will call me on this." He handed her a small new phone. "I will come immediately," he continued. "I will take care of you, give you the good life you deserve. You will never have to suffer again." Amanda stared at him. shocked. You want me to kill them? He smiled as if it was nothing. They don't care about you, Amanda. Why should you care about them? Amanda's hands shook. She thought of all the times her auntie had shouted at her, all the nights she had gone to bed hungry, all the moments she had felt invisible. But still, the idea of killing them made her chest tighten. She didn't say yes. She didn't say no. She only nodded slowly and tucked the bag and phone into her pocket, her mind spinning. That night, Amanda lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. She imagined two paths not in one. She did what Uncle Greg said. She would be free, living in comfort, finally treated with kindness. In the other, she refused. She would stay here, still doing chores, still eating last, still wearing old clothes. But, no matter how she looked at it, something inside her refused to accept the first path. They had treated her badly, yes, but she didn't want them dead. By morning, Amanda had made her decision. She was going to tell the truth. The sun was already high in the sky when Amanda walked into the living room. Her auntie, uncle, and Flora were having breakfast together. They all looked up when she stepped in. Amanda's hands were shaking, but she forced herself to speak. "Auntie, I need to tell you something." Her auntie frowned. "What is it?" "Can't it wait? We're eating." "No," Amanda said, her voice trembling. "It's about Uncle Greg." The room went quiet. Even Flora stopped chewing. Amanda took a deep breath and told them everything. How Uncle Greg had stopped her on the street. How he gave her poison and a phone. And how he asked her to put the poison in their food so they would die. She explained. How he promised to take care of her afterward and give her a better life. When she finished, there was silence. Her auntie's eyes filled with tears. Her uncle's face turned red with anger. Flora looked shocked, her mouth slightly open. "That man wanted us dead," her uncle said slowly, "so he could take our property." Amanda's auntie stood up from the table. "We have to call the police now." They did not waste time. The police arrived within an hour, and Amanda showed them the bag of poison and the phone. Uncle Greg was arrested the same day for attempted murder. After the police left, Amanda stood in the corner, unsure what to expect. But her auntie walked over to her and pulled her into a hug. It was the first time in years that Amanda had felt her auntie's arms around her. "I am so sorry, Amanda," she whispered. "We didn't treat you well. We will change that." From that day, life in the house was different. Amanda ate at the table with everyone. She was given new clothes. She and Flora began talking more, and slowly they became close. Amanda no longer woke up feeling like a servant. She felt like family. And though she would never forget what Uncle Greg had tried to do, she was thankful that she had chosen the right path. They lived together in peace after that, not just under one roof, but as a real family.